Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
Dr. Michael Mosley's widow has spoken of the family's overwhelming grief and putting their lives back together after his death. The TV doctor died of natural causes last month, aged 67, after he went missing on the Greek island of Symi. Taking to social media on Thursday ahead of BBC's Just One Thing Day on Friday in tribute to Mosley, Dr. Claire Bailey Mosley spoke about the family's grief and the extraordinary support they've received from fans. She said, "We are trying to put our lives back together without Michael, and it's very hard. Not all the time. We can smile and laugh too, as well as comfort each other. Grief can feel overwhelming, light and beautiful, catch you by surprise, feel like the weight of a stone or a sharp pain. It changes unexpectedly. As people often say, it's a journey, not all sad, and you take each day at a time." The extraordinary outpouring of grief and gratitude for Michael and how he has changed so many lives is very moving, including the heartfelt thoughts and kindness extended to us as a family, for which we are incredibly grateful. We sincerely hope that we can continue to share his positive message going forward. Because while we are learning to live without Michael, he is ever present through the lives that he touched and the difference he made. She added, "The BBC celebration of Michael's life tomorrow, with Just One Thing Day, is wonderful. A day dedicated to the impact he had on people's lives, and to celebrate his legacy within broadcasting and beyond. It's humbling and delightful all at once. We are so grateful." Dr. Bailey Mosley elsewhere spoke to Radio 4's Today program about his life and the messages of support she has received in her first broadcast interview since her husband's death. Her chat comes as part of the BBC's Just One Thing Day on Friday, when the broadcaster will honor Mosley's career across various TV and radio shows. Named after his popular BBC Radio 4 podcast where he revealed tips to help improve your well-being, the day will encourage presenters and the audience to take up one new healthy habit by introducing easy routines or simple swaps into their daily life. Speaking to the Today program, Dr. Bailey Mosley said the outpouring of love for her husband has been extraordinary and overwhelming. The response, "People really love him, you know. I've got a list of lovely quotes that people say, which are just so touching and so caring," she added. "One of the main things was that people felt they really knew him, that they lived in his kitchen and knew what he was cooking. It was very sort of trusting and kind of weirdly intimate. It's just been so uplifting, and I'm so grateful for that. And it's just so incredible that he has made such a difference to people. I'm so proud of what he's done." Mosley is credited with popularizing the 5:2 diet, a form of intermittent fasting, through his book, The Fast Diet, and he often pushed his body to extreme lengths during his research into health and well-being. He first trained as a doctor in London before moving into the world of media, becoming a presenter, documentary maker, author, and columnist. During his career, he presented a host of science programs and films, including the BBC series Trust Me, I'm a Doctor, which looked at healthcare in Britain, and hosted BBC Radio 4 podcast Just One Thing. Dr. Bailey Mosley, who is a GP and health columnist, described his legacy as extraordinary and said they plan to honor his work going forward. "I have a sense that his legacy has real value to improving people's health," she added. "And nutrition is not taught consistently at medical school still, and so there are so many gaps there that can be improved across the board, in terms of using the latest evidence and helping make it much easier for people to live a healthier life." Reflecting on his personality, she said he was a really genuinely kind person who was very unassuming, which she feels is one of the reasons he drew in people. The couple worked together on many projects over the years, including writing a book and several cookbooks, as well as hosting a run of theater show tours recently. Discussing their relationship, Dr. Bailey Mosley said, "We did everything together. We've been married for nearly 40 years. He was always interested in the work that I did in general practice, and in early days, I was working very closely